Hi, I'm Colin Ong, and currently in my country, there is a bit of a minor debate about how to create better paying jobs and that are relevant for the future. So, this is just my very quick suggestion. I'm a futurist, I'm an economist. Besides being that, I'm also a private tutor. So, I wear a number of hats. And I feel that I'm in a bad situation to talk about this because I keep recreating myself. I started as an economist, and then I became a business writer, content provider, and then I started to teach along the way, general paper and general paper and economics. And now I'm going back to do what I like, which is talking about the future and metaverse, and I'm also a board game designer. So I do quite a number of stuff. And can I just assure parents who are listening to this recording that there's two ways of looking at it. Trying to predict, trying to predict the trend of the future trend of jobs, and then trying to find a skill or going to a polytechnic to get the relevant skill, and then hopefully when your son or daughter graduates either from poly or from local U, being able to fit in. So a lot of parents feel that somewhere along the line somebody has to be in charge of this plug and play. That means son daughter studies like crazy, goes into this course. 4 years later, the job is there. Everything's okay. And people call this the Singapore style. No, that's not the style. I think what should happen is that we should try to use AI and technology this time and change the model. Let me give you an example. I feel that our all students in Singapore should be given regularly different kinds of tests. Tests on creativity, tests on mental agility, tests on the ability to do science, maths, inferential thinking, and arts. Right? We should have exams that are multifaceted. Only maybe the ones that are shown physically are the O levels, A levels, poly diploma, university degree. All right, but students should regularly, in a very calm manner, not doesn't affect which school they go to, but they should actually go to sit for various tests, just like you go for your eye test, right? Correct. After you come out from eye test, then they suit your lenses and the power of lenses, right? But you don't feel somehow very affected, or at least I don't think you should feel affected by them showing all the visuals because they're trying to get the most accurate and most comfortable spectacles for you, right? It's the same thing. I feel that in future schools should administer various minor tests, and only the student, his parents, and perhaps the principal has access to these. You can put it in a blockchain. So what happens is that if a company thinks that in 5 years time they need to get somebody from the aerospace or somebody to go into space tourism, something in the future, but it's way in the future, maybe 5 6 7 years. So maybe you can start to ask the MOE for the database of students who seem to be having certain characteristics and skills that will suit maybe an astronaut or someone who can actually pilot space shuttle. So maybe they have certain tests for that. So what the MOE, the Education Ministry can do, they can actually start to shortlist certain young students, maybe from 12 years, 14 years old, and then what happens is that this group of students will be given mentoring. So besides their studies, they're given mentoring so that about 7 years later, this from this pool of students, there will be Singapore's first or second astronaut. So what I'm trying to say is that for every future Singaporean to get a job, we need to change the type of test that they have.